Thank you so much for your company this morning. It's time for Pet Corner now. Somebody told Alfie he turns up at this time of the week and sits on me every Friday. Where shortly we'll share some gorgeous rescue pets from Friends with Tails that are in need of a new forever home. But first though, we are joined by Hills Pet Nutrition Vet Dr. Annabelle Robertson to share her expert advice on looking after the nutritional needs of our puppies. Good morning to you, Dr. Annabelle. Alfie's desperate to say hello as well.
Good morning, Carly, and good morning, Alfie.
How do the nutritional needs of a puppy differ from an adult dog?
Well, I guess it comes as no surprise, Carly, that puppies do have higher requirements for calories, but also other nutrients such as protein, fat, and certain minerals. And vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, is really important for building a healthy immune system. And DHA, which is an omega-3 fatty acid found in oily fish, is important for healthy brain development.
Okay, what about for large breed puppies?
Yeah, so there are large breed puppy foods out there, and they're designed for puppies whose adult body weight will be over 25 kilos. And it may sound counterintuitive, but large breed puppies actually need nutrition with less calcium and fat to help with healthy bone and joint development. The key is optimal, not maximal growth rate. So they still will reach their fully grown adult size, but just over a longer period of time.
So what options does Hills Pet Nutrition have for puppies?
Well, we have so many options in our Science Diet range. We have our Science Diet puppy with regular size kibble and also comes in small bites. We also have a small paws puppy diet, which is designed for puppies whose adult body size will be less than 10 kilos. And of course, we also have a large breed puppy food.
Okay, so tell us, what makes Hills Science Diet such a great choice for puppies?
Well, the great thing about it is it has been formulated with the knowledge of over 220 vets, scientists, and nutritionists. And it's complete and balanced, meaning it contains all the nutrients such as protein, vitamins, and minerals that a growing puppy needs. In addition to the great quality, you'll be pleased to know it also tastes great.
I just have to say that we do this for an hour every day, every weekday, and the only time that Alfie comes and sits and talks to me is when we're talking to you guys. It's quite uncanny. He's very happy. What are the main benefits of feeding Hills Science Diet puppy food?
Well, there are lots of benefits, but I'd just like to call out the clinically proven antioxidant bundle, including vitamin E and C to support a healthy immune system, and DHA from fish oil, which helps to support healthy brain and eye development. And Carly, you might be interested to know that DHA can also help improve trainability in puppies as well.
Oh, you say that to me as he's sitting here and nipping my arm.
He's been very good though.
Yeah, it's being all right. It's a bit smelly though. He's been into my compost today while we've been filming. How often should I feed my pup?
Well, as you probably found with Alfie, when he was smaller, you had to feed him more regularly. So
he'd like me to do that all the time now. Continue that.
I'm sure he would. My cat certainly would too. She doesn't think she's grown up at all. So less than 3 months of age, I recommend 4 times a day feeding them. From 3 to 6 months of age, I recommend at least 3 meals a day. And then from 6 months of age, twice daily feeding. But whatever you do, have a routine and stick to it. Dogs are just like children. They really thrive with routine. So I just recommend sticking to a schedule.
I'll tell you what, 5:37 a.m. in the morning and 5:17 p.m. in the evening are definitely Alfie's puppy feeding times. How do I know? Oh, stop. No. How do I know if I'm feeding him enough food? Because, they're scroungers, and he'll eat my muesli if he gets given half a chance. So how do I know he's not hungry?
Yeah, so the back of a pack of food, there will be a guide based on your puppy's size and also their age. But the best way to tell is simply by looking at their body condition. So with Alfie, if you just run your hands along his sides, you should be able to feel his ribs, but you certainly shouldn't be able to see them. If you can see them, it's a sign that you're not feeding enough. When you view him from above, you should see a nice obvious waistline. And when you view him side on, he should have an abdominal tuck. And I just advise pet parents to have a look at their dog's body condition every couple of weeks and adjust the feeding amounts to maintain that ideal body condition.
Any tips for getting him to stop biting? You can go down actually, Alfie.
Toys are a great distraction.
Okay, we're getting some of those right now. What about giving table scraps or home cooked diets to our pets, off the kitchen bench?
Yes, my cat is gets up there if I'm not careful. So I have to really watch out on that one. Now, treats should form less than 10% of the daily caloric intake. And it's really important to be very careful with things like table scraps because human foods can be quite fatty, some of them, and it can cause tummy upsets. And also it can put your puppy at risk of gaining too much weight. You do have to be particularly careful with any foods that contain bones because they can be very dangerous if they get stuck in a puppy's esophagus or even in their stomach. Now, when it comes to home cooked diets, it's not something that I recommend, but should a pet owner choose to go down that pathway, they really should only do so if they seek the advice of a specialist in veterinary nutrition, just because those diets can be unbalanced if you're not actually seeking expert advice.
And when should you transition your dog, your puppy, to an adult food?
So for a dog like Alfie, you could transition him at 12 months of age. So a small and regular medium breed dogs, that's at 12 months of age. And I recommend going and buying the adult food before you run out of the puppy food. So you can do a transition over about a week. So you just gradually reduce the puppy food and increase the adult food. But for your large and giant breed dogs, because they do take longer to reach their adult size, it's important to keep them on a large breed puppy food until they are 18 months of age and then transition.
And what are some of your top tips for feeding puppies? I mean, given an opportunity, Alfie would just dive right in. We try to get him to sit and wait as we pop it down, but you know.
Yep. So one of my biggest tips is just to feed a really high quality, commercially complete and balanced food, because that's just the best way of making sure your puppy's going to be healthy. Also making sure that you've got multiple water bowls around the house with fresh, clean water available at all times, particularly as it's getting very hot. And if you are feeding any wet food, making sure you are discarding any uneaten portions after 2 to 4 hours because it is likely to spoil. A lot of people should be regularly washing the pet's water and food bowls as well. So just like we wash our own plates, regularly wash theirs as well with warm soapy water. And finally, my last tip is to make sure you measure or weigh out the amount you are feeding, just to avoid overfeeding.
And finally, where can owners like me find out more about looking after our treasured member of families, our puppies?
You can certainly find more out at the hillspet.co.nz website, but I also really encourage you to check out the Friends with Tails website as well, because they have a really fantastic checklist for new puppy owners.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Annabelle.
Thanks, Kylie.
Well, now let's take a look at some rescue pets in need of their forever home from Friends with Tails. We would like to introduce you to Kiko. How cute is he? He's a 6-month-old Staffy Cross who's a little shy, but lots of love and patience will bring out the best in him. Or what about Spot, who's ready for all of life's adventures with his new best friend? He's full of energy and has a lovely nature. Then there's this happy girl, Crumpet, the 5-month-old Huntaway Beardy Cross who loves people and playing with other dogs. She's also food motivated and a fast learner. Here's the lovely Oscar, who, due to his mum's unforeseen serious illness, he needs to find a new place to go. He's amazing with other dogs and loves kids. Also, we would like to introduce you to Zeus. How cute is he? He's a 4-month-old lab cross and a really lovely natured boy. We have some perfect cats needing homes as well this week. Meet this trio of 8-week-old kittens, Cotton, Coconut and Polar. How gorgeous are they? Cleo the cat is ready to find her forever home now. She's much calmer and happier around people, enjoys exploring the house. She's still quite timid at first, but really loves people and could just love you. And as we talked about last week, there are so many barn cats needing a new lifestyle block or farm to help take care of the rats. And finally, to our urgent rescue of the week, please, if you can give a loving home to Samson. He's a real people dog, loves kids and being with you. He's a fast learner, fine with cats, crate trained, good on a lead and happy to interact with quiet dogs. Good in the car, confident at the vets. He's got everything going for him, so please just give him a home if you can. Sounds lovely. Now, if you can give a forever home to any of our pets today, just visit friendswithtails.co.nz, where you can also support their rescue work by purchasing your pet needs through their online store. And if you need help to rehome your animals safely, please reach out to them. Pet Corner is sponsored by the Hills Pet Nutrition Food Shelter Love program.